Good afternoon. I'm Val Lawson. I'm the president of the National Education Association, Rhode Island. I'm so thrilled to be here today with you at the State House, alongside with many of my dedicated colleagues to discuss the priorities of our organization. And before we begin today, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the NEARI officers in the room. If you just wave to everyone, if you're an officer, please. Thank you. I'd also like to recognize and thank my colleagues in the General Assembly who have joined us today, and my apologies out of the gate if I forget someone. My dear friend, Secretary of State Greg Amore is in the room. General Treasurer James Diosa, somewhere. Two of our champions today, the Senate President's with us. Speaker Joe Stacacci. And I'm going to stick on my champion list, Representative Jay Edwards, Senator Walter Felag, Senators Murray, Padalano, Gallo, Chairwoman of Education Gallo, Whip DeCoyens, Chairman DePalma, Senator Burke, as well as Senator Oyer and Loria. And on the representatives side, Chair Corvese, Representative Noré, Falella, Chairwoman Donovan, Representative Cruz, Phillips, Bennett, Carter, and Representative McGraw. Thank you so much for attending today, and we appreciate your support. Just to take a moment to introduce our organization to everybody in the room, we proudly represent classroom teachers, education support professionals, higher education faculty, staff, graduate assistants, many of you may not know, municipal workers, state workers, and retiree. And as you can see from, if you look around the room, many of them have joined us here today. Each of our members has dedicated their life to public service, bringing unique skills and expertise to workplaces, whether it's in laboratories, libraries, town halls, state offices, or colleges or classroom. And every one of you deserves a fair wage for the hard work and your dedication you bring to the workforce every day. Last year, many of you were here, and we filled this room, and our priority was working on improving your pension by changing the calculation from the best 5 years to the best 3. We lobbied, we testified, many of you wrote postcards, and you showed up persistently using our collective voice. Your relentless advocacy from active and retired members alike made a huge difference. And together we secured the first improvement in state pensions in 38 years. So this achievement wouldn't be possible without people in this room. All of those people I just mentioned, but especially the collaboration of the Speaker Joe Stacacci, my dear friend, Senate President Dominic Ruggiero, who are in this room with us right now, and thank you both. So on behalf of our 12,000 members, we want to recognize your leadership and present you with the challenge coin. So here's our challenge coin. Many of our members received them today. And it's a two-sided coin, and it represents our core values and what drives our work. On one side, it highlights advocacy and solidarity, and it's inscribed with the words, "Together we are stronger, together we're heard." The other side recognizes your commitment to Rhode Island's working families in public education. And it says, "You are a champion for public education and a fighter for the working people. On behalf of our organization and our 12,000 members, I'd like to present you both with them. And the speaker is going to join us for just a couple of words.
Senator, I've been accused of a lot of things, but a long talker is not one of them. So I will, first of all, say thank you. Thank you for this award and this recognition, and I accept it humbly and gratefully, but not for me, on the entire House of Representatives, because I can't do this alone, and I have not done it alone. And I have a lot of people, a lot of support. Senator Lawson, a great ally for NEA, a living, breathing example of the best of the best. Thank you very much, Senator Lawson. Nothing makes me happy to be here today for all of the recognition, but nothing makes me happy to be here with my good friend, the Senate President. Donnie, it's great to see you. There were a couple of representatives who were here who did not get recognized. I want to make sure I recognize them. My good friend, excuse me, Rep. Jay Edwards, Representative Jenny Furtado, Chairwoman Fogarty, and Chairwoman Caldwell are also here, somewhere in the background. And if there is a representative who I have missed, I am sorry. I just can. I thought she said Jen Boylan, but if not, I recognize Jen Boylan. I thought Val Lawson said that earlier, but if not, Jen Boylan as well. Thank you. Let's take a moment to also recognize a leader of NEA who could not be here today because of a personal matter, and that is a real dear friend of mine, somebody we went to high school together with, Mary Barden. So let's take a moment of silence, just a moment of silence, please, for Mary. And she's going through some difficulties in her life right now, and let her know that we're all with her in thought and prayer. Thank you. And thank you all to the teachers who are here, as well as your membership. Teaching is a public service, and I thank all of you for the work in shaping our future leaders. Like many professionals, teaching has changed dramatically, and you're not just educators anymore. You do so much more. You're community leaders, in some cases you're co-parents, in some cases you're counselors, you're mediators, you're protectors, you're advocates, you're so much more. The General Assembly recognizes the work you do, and we made historic investments above and beyond the governor's budget last year. The General Assembly, the House and Senate, working in collaboration, put an additional $71 million in education. Because we had strong revenue numbers in May, we addressed COLA changes, cost of living, for people who retired before the COLAs were changed. That was a significant additional cost that we're paying for today, and I'm proud to say we did it, and I would do it again. Although some people are criticizing us for that, it was the right decision at the right amount of time. We target additional funding for multilingual learners. We passed common sense gun safety in a safe storage bill, and we restored state aid and education funding formula that was cut in the governor's budget. These achievements are not possible unless everybody works together. Everybody shares a common theme, which is to make sure that we put targeted money in education. When we have the money, I can't think of a better and more productive and a more useful place to spend it is in education. And that means just about everybody in this room. Thank you very much, and thank you for what you do.
Thank you, Speaker. And as we all know, we began this journey last year with a couple of our legislative champions, leaders who carried your voices, your stories, to their colleagues, and they made it their priority. Their dedication and advocacy helped turn our collective effort into real progress. And we are incredibly grateful for your work. And today I am honored to also present challenge coins to Senator Walter Felag and Representative Jay Edwards for their recognition and their leadership. and Representative Edwards.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. We thank you for your unwavering commitment, your dedication to our cause, and all of your work. And we're looking forward to working with Representative Edwards and Senator Felag to continue fighting for further pension improvements. And NEARI will be right alongside you to continue this fight and make sure all of the voices in this room are heard. I'd also like to recognize a couple more of the elected officials in the room. Representative Speakman, Chairman McNamara, sorry about that, Representative Agello, my colleagues in the Senate, Senator Urso, Chairman Basilian, Chairman LaMountain, Senators Thompson and Valverde. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. And at this time, I'm going to turn this program over with the details of our agenda for the remainder to our Communications Director, Stephanie Mandeville.